Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Hawk joined the Iron Dragons during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2? If you haven't seen the previous part, I would recommend you go watch it before continuing this one. So in this timeline, Carmen would still be rushed to the hospital, and Johnny and Miguel would have to leave, and Danny would call for Anthony to take Miguel's place. Anthony and Amanda would arrive in Barcelona, and Daniel and Sam would be happy to see them. The Miyagi-Do students would still go explore Barcelona, and they would still be at the tapas bar. This is when the Cobra Kais would show up, and Sam would still go outside to get some air. Quan would still want to mess with Robbie, so Quan and Robbie would start to have a rivalry. Zara would notice the connection between Tori and Robbie, and she would still want to mess with Tori, so those events would stay the same. Sam would still be walking down the beach, and she would still run into Axel, and the interaction between Sam and Axel would stay the same. Kenny and Anthony still wouldn't get along, and Kenny would still think that Anthony put laxatives in his water. Eventually, Miguel and Johnny would come back to Barcelona, so Anthony wouldn't get a chance to fight in this timeline, but he would still go and watch the Saikai Taikai in person. The team matches would continue. The Iron Dragons would fight Tiger Strike. Axel would start off, and he would land the first point, so he would tag in Zara, and Zara would get the second point. Hawk would continue the fight. He would use offense against his opponent, and he would land the final point, so the Iron Dragons would still win 3-0. Miyagi-Do would still fight Furia de Pantera. Dimitri would still start off, and he would land his first point, and Dimitri would tag in Sam. Sam would continue fighting, and she would still get a point, so Sam would tag in Devin. Devin would continue fighting, but Furia de Pantera would get a point on Devin, so Devin would tag in Miguel, and Miguel would get the final point, so Miyagi-Do would beat Furia de Pantera 3-1 in this timeline. And during the next team match, Miyagi-Do would fight Redentores, and Miguel would still start off. He would use a combination of offense and defense, and he would tag in Robbie, and Robbie would land the first point. Robbie would tag in Kenny, and much like in the original timeline, Kenny would get 2 points, and they would still advance in their matches, so Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai wouldn't face off. The Saikai Taikai would continue. Cobra Kai would still fight Tiger Strike, and that fight would stay the same. Cobra Kai would fight Furia de Pantera. The match would be close, but Cobra Kai would end up winning, so both Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would make it to the semifinals. The Saikai Taikai would continue. Tiger Strike would still be eliminated for cheating during the tournament, so Furia de Pantera would take their place. The semifinals would begin. Quan and Diego would still fight, but Quan would still defeat him. Zara and Maria would fight, but Zara would still defeat Maria. Axel would still fight Robbie in the semifinals, and that fight would stay the same. Axel would still knock Robbie back, and Quan would still hit Robbie. Miguel would still be mad, and he would go confront Quan, but Axel would knock Miguel back, so Miguel and Axel would want to fight. Gunther would see that the Saikai Taikai was getting out of hand, and he would want everyone off the mats, but this is when Sensei Ivanov would knock Gunther out, and the brawl would still happen. Miguel would be angry, and he would fight Axel, but Axel would be able to knock Miguel back. Hawk would get mad, and he would rush in to fight Axel, but Axel would sweep his leg, and Hawk would fall on the ground. Miguel would try using his defense, but Axel would get through it. The brawl would continue. Tori and Sam would want to get revenge on Zara, so they would team up against her, and the season was still in the same way. Quan would still want to stab Axel, but Axel would sweep Quan's leg, and Quan would still land on the knife, so Quan would still be stabbed in this timeline, and everyone would be shocked. And that is where I'm going to end part 2. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Hawk joined the Iron Dragons during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.